All right, this is Randalicious, and welcome to the 56th Hexis podcast. Let's get it going. I'm Randalicious, and I'm the leader of Hexis.
I'm Aubrey, Bronze Star.
I'm Trickool. I'm rank 1 non-alternate accounts, rank 1 EHP, no 200 mils, rank 1 anti-bully, rank 1 pigtails, and general in Hexis.
Pawz, pretty big guy.
House Paran, I'm a banana and Hexis, Gow.
I'm Sleep. I do not like when people say pigtails. I'm Gow.
All right, Trickool, it's been a while since you've been on. You were heavily requested to make an appearance. So, question for your fans is, how the hell have you been?
It's been nice to not be pressured with the Hexis podcast for over 6 months, and I'm very excited to be on it again for one night and one night only with my pals. Hope I can offer some good input on these questions.
For some people that perhaps started watching the podcast in the last couple months, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I just gave quite a big introduction. I think they already know enough about me.
Titles and ranks.
I used to be a regular on the podcast, but yeah, it's kind of annoying being awake pretty late to cater to you and Aubrey's EST.
Whoa! I woke up early for you today.
Yeah, today, but not in the past.
12 p.m.
It's a
I like to be asleep at this time, dude.
All right, House. You've not been on the podcast before. Tell the viewers a few things about yourself. You know what you've done in game.
I've been playing on and off since Old School came out originally, and first 3 years I sort of like played 300 EHP, and then the last year I've played about 2,000, so I've definitely changed a bit. And definitely like Ranch.
All right, so let's take a look at some of the updates that have come out in the last 2 weeks. One of those updates is the diverse dungeons and the relocation of many Slayer monsters. So, what do you guys think of all the changes and relocations to Slayer with the new dungeons now? What are some of the things that you like about it or perhaps dislike?
So this sort of came apparent like just as I was getting to the end of Slayer, so I didn't really have much of an opinion on it. I was a bit angry that if I was to do more Slayer, I'd have to relearn it all again, but the more I looked at it, the more I sort of started to like it, and it's really quite nice that Slayer's sort of regained that organic feeling it once had, like at the start of Old School, where you actually were running around for certain tasks rather than just running to this one cave where everything is conveniently located. So that's a definite good thing. I haven't tried out any of the things, so I don't know like if it's more convenient, less convenient, if some spots are better or worse than the previous sort of counterparts. But yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, the Smoke Devils are closer than what they were before, but Baby Black Dragons are a little bit further. For the most part, the rest are pretty much same travel time. You take the closest teleport. So,
yeah.
Go ahead, Pawz.
Yeah, I like how I like this direction they're heading with things more natural. Like how when they came out with Zaya, it was just a square, and now they've changed it to look a lot nicer, and I don't know, just look more like real life, I guess, in a way. But yeah, I think they should have done this a long time ago. Neve's Cave is just everything is very conveniently located right next to each other, and yeah, now it's going to be a lot nicer. I like that.
So I don't personally do Slayer. I won't be doing it for a while, but I like the direction these updates are going in, like the feel of it. It doesn't feel as private state, sort of. And yeah, seems like a good update. And from what I heard, cow fights are actually higher at speed hour now. So
Yeah, with more spawns, it's a little bit better. For me, I like the relocation of it. I was initially scared at first because I thought that it would be really difficult to get to every single thing, but I think they've done a real good job. Yeah, it's a good update. Neve's Cave was kind of trash. And I like the addition that they made to some of the rooms in the catacombs to try to combat the overcrowding of Bloodvelds and Abyss Demons. Yeah, good update.
So, the slowest part of Slayer for me is when I get to the bank and look at the bank and think about the next task I have to do. I just get confused and I don't go where I need to go. So, if anything, my Slayer is it's just gonna be horrible, dude.
You're gonna have to like write on your hand what you're gonna have
Dude,
to do.
I have to like look at the bank, and I go to every one of my tasks I don't go to, and I'm just forgetting something. You know, I go to the Caliphis, I forget my cannon, and I gotta go back and get it, and then I'm poisoned, and I gotta go, gotta get my hand poisoned. And dude, it's if anything, this just made Slayer 10 times harder.
Worst update ever.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get over that. Making sure I have everything on me. I find myself still every day forgetting something at one point in time.
I kind of feel like it's overdue as well, considering it was one of those updates which was just the raw essence of 2014, just one of those updates that Ash slowly picked away at on his own. But now that we've actually got a pretty decently sized team, there's absolutely no reason for it to look better.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done any Slayer since this update, and probably won't for a long time. But I like the idea of it anyways. I can't comment on the specifics really, but I like the more organic feel to it. How you're actually like running around the game to places that you wouldn't have gone to much in the past, kind of like the Gutenoth area and stuff like that. So it feels like it makes the skill a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it makes the skill at least look much better developed than what it previously did.
Yeah.
I really didn't like the baby black dragons and how there's two rooms of them. One's 3, one's 2, and one of them, like, I wish the room with 3 was closer than the one with 2. That's just my only complaint. So an update that's getting pretty popular of an idea would be making the Desert Elite Amulet 4 change to teleport to the new Calphite Hive. What do you think about that as a way of reviving the diminished reward?
It sounds fun to me, I guess. I don't really see any problem with it.
So I guess they sort of made a little bit useless from, or at least the shrine was, because of the pools. But cow fights are already faster. I think it was Tormentor who was saying he normally got like 65k an hour, and now he gets like 73k an hour. But overall, I guess, I mean, gives it another use, I guess, but just giving it another use just because, I don't know, doesn't really seem needed, but it's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really see a need for it, but I guess it kind of gives people another incentive to get the elite done. What was what did it do previously? Because I have no idea.
Teleported you to the Narda altar.
Oh, okay.
And then
from
after
Desert
they
Heat.
after they came in with the pools.
All right, yeah.
But I don't know if it'll be something that'll end up coming in with the... They've changed the achievement diary teleports twice now in the last... Like, they changed it to or where they were thinking about changing it to having 5 teleports to each achievement person per day, but now they're just changing it to like 10 overall teleports per day, which teleports you right to the Shanty Pass. And I think that's okay. We don't need the Desert Fort Elite Amulet getting changed, but I think that it would be nice to make it worthwhile again.
So, I never got the amulet yet because I don't want to kill the Calphite Queen. It's just too long of a run. But if anything, this is just another item I'm gonna have to look through my bank to find when I want to slay, and it's just gonna make it that much slower. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do it though. It's gonna be tragic.
I really hate it because we just praised it for bringing back that organic feel. Yeah, you have to run around for Slayer again, and then less than a month afterwards, the novelty is worn off, and people just want teleports for. Just fucking run there. You're getting better XP anyway. I understand that there is. I understand that there is absolutely no use to get the Desert Amulet. Regen Brace and HP Cape saves from desert in the desert heat anyway, so you don't need the infinite water skins effect, and you don't need the pool because
I just got Calphite
fucking
too,
OP.
funny enough.
But just like what Paran said, just adding it for the sake of adding it, and just I don't like the idea.
They could add ranch.
It's an elite reward.
Calphite Ranch.
Give us something better. Oh, gotta make sure I bring that anti-poison. Can't pull asleep here.
Dude.
Alright, so with all of these changes that have been done to Slayer, though, what are some changes you would still like to see being done to the skill?
Oh fuck. Just make it faster, man. That's what we need. Oh shit, sorry.
I don't really know. I feel as if I should be probably one of the more qualified people to speak on behalf of it after I just finished doing my chunk of it. But
You might be the most
I don't know.
qualified person here.
yeah, I don't really know. I enjoyed my bit of Slayer, and weren't any major complaints with it really. I think it's all right. Jagex make they make the updates with good intentions, but the players are the ones that sort of find the ins and outs and how to make these things like even better. This infinite Slayer gem thing is fucking stupid. It takes like 40 minutes to make all your Slayer rings for 200 mil Slayer, and a Slayer gem is already infinite. It's the rings that aren't infinite. So precision of language nitpick, but it's fucking stupid.
What is do we know what the drop rate for that gem is?
It's the same as Imbued Heart, I think.
Okay.
I
Still,
was watching
though,
a
that's,
Levels video, and
gonna
he
be
said that, at least.
gonna be a nice increase to or
Well,
probably not nice.
You're going to be like, every time you get an internal Slayer gem, it's going to be, oh, that could have been an Imbued Heart.
Aren't they tradable though? Maybe they'll.
The gem is
It's
tradable.
It's not
the ring
40
is
mil,
not.
though.
The gem's tradable. Some changes I'd like to see. I want to have a multi-combat black demon area. That is all. Oh. Also,
Or Abbey Demon's area. Abbey
yeah.
Demon's not teleporting everywhere.
Yeah. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep it going.
Randalicious only Slayer worlds.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Knows what you want.
Yes. All right, go ahead, House.
Alright, so it's been almost a year since I've touched Slayer, and I don't plan on touching it anytime soon. But I don't know. There's nothing really that I care to see. I mean, there's been recent updates that haven't even changed the way Slayer's trained, but it's boosted Slayer 3 to 5k at a time.
Yep.
So I don't really have any updates I see.
The other thing I could think of would be like how they have all these different Slayer task only rooms. If they had some sort of other higher requirement room for the Slayer monsters that actually have nice drops. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
How
I
about,
want to be
how
able to
about
like
the cow
pick my
fights?
my task with my Slayer points. That'd be cool. Because sometimes I want a DK's task and I just can't get a DK's task. And if I could spend like 200 points to just buy the task, I would.
Oof. 200 points. You might get it within 6 fucking skips.
Yeah, but I've used over 1,000 before. There's been some sad days.
I can't even imagine. Alright, so the Inferno is planned for release on June 1st, and today there are a bunch of people at Jagex right now taking on the Inferno. There's been quite a bit of tweets about it, but I'm not really familiar with what's been going on today. If anyone knows a lot of stuff, feel free to talk about it. But for the Inferno, do you guys have any plans on doing it day one, and how well of an update do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be good because it's sort of building on existing content. Like it's just going to be another fight caves, and like everybody likes the fight caves, or at least has done it to get the fire cave. I really hate how they bitched out and caved into peer pressure about putting it in the Cesar area just so that people can complain in the future about how dead Zaya is. That's really fucking dumb. Will I do it? Probably not. If I was still slaying, I might have considered it. But I mean, Fire Cape is like relatively insignificant when it comes to like time save doing Slayer, and even less now considering you nearly like 3 tasks at double speed because of the bracelets. So I don't know if I'll even do it if I ever go back to Slayer, 'cause I've not touched the fight caves since I was like 80 combat on this game and failed like 4 times trying to get my first cape. Another thing I really like is that Reddit was just a mess with, here is a suggestion for the Inferno cape, here is a suggestion for the Inferno cape. And Mod Rye basically just said, shut up, ours is better to them. And I like that he actually had a pair of balls and said that to people complaining about it on Reddit. That was good.
I plan to try it day one if I got the time, because I gotta go to the doctors. But if anything, I hope my twisted bow is what makes it easier. Because I do not want casuals to have this cape. Because, dude, you see level 20, well, like 25s with the fire cape. I don't want to see them have an Inferno cape. And if it does turn out to be a hard cape, you could sell that cape for like 20 mil. Talk about the new shop, dude.
I'm not gonna do it day one. I'm so bad at PVMing that I already know it would be a waste of time.
Yeah, I noticed that Hexis has renounced its claim as the rank 1 PVM clan in its Twitter bio.
Correct. But I'm so bad. Like I spent hours watching videos on how to do Zulrah, and then it still took me 6 minutes and 55 seconds to kill it. So an Inferno that's supposed to be even more difficult, that ain't fucking happening. I would need a mountain of help to have a chance. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be trying it first day. I'm definitely gonna be seeing how people do it, their methods of doing it. I think it'll be a good update though. They've hyped it up long enough. they can mess it up, but I'm hoping it'll be similar to raids where there weren't really any complaints on release.
Yeah, I've never killed Jed before, so I definitely won't be doing this. Not on my alt or anything. So, but I am looking forward to. I like how they are coming out with other stuff on the side of it, not just a new Jad, just like some other stuff with skilling. I guess they have these lava eels. I think are coming out and gem pickpocketing that is supposed to be better than better GP per hour than knights. So hopefully that gets. Hopefully people will do that and gem prices will go down. It'll be amazing.
I'll probably do it, but I'll definitely wait until other people figure it out because I don't really feel like wasting a lot of time on it.
Yeah, they talked about fucking what's it called? Like giving out some crazy reward for whoever kills it first. Anyone have any ideas for what they think that may be?
I'm surprised it's like another in real life dragon item. Or
IRL
something to that
fire
effect. Yeah.
Maybe your name
life fire
on the
key.
dude outside the door, like Big Red Japan.
Yeah, big red Japan just waves at you as you go in.
Yeah. Like, hey guy, hope you have fun. Wait, when are they gonna add the pet? Because I know a pet's coming.
Yeah,
If it doesn't already have one.
I don't know if it's coming out with one or not.
They tend
They
to add
will.
a pet to everything.
yeah.
I don't know. But alright, speaking of pets, how about this new Skatizo pet and the announced drop rate of 1 in 65? What do you think about the Skatizo pet and the like the Dark Claws and Purple Slayer helmet?
Well, they should have just done a pet on release because we all know that everybody wants pets. As far as 1 in 65, I don't think it's that bad, though. I think 1 in 100 would probably be better. But I think anything more than that would be too much.
Yeah, I think they probably should have like doubled that. Did they? Does anybody know this for a fact? Because I know Rock mentioned it on the Q&A.
It's on the
that
news post.
something about-
1 in 65.
Let
How
the man
they
finish.
Okay, sorry.
they based it off of like how much Slayer XP you would gain, I think. But if you like just straight up farmed the emblems, I think that it's probably a lot quicker than they expected. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think. Well, I don't like pets, and I don't like Slayer Helm recolors because they're stupid. But the people were asking for them for ages, so lucky you if you wanted that sort of thing.
Purple Slayer helmet's cool.
People were like, "Oh, it's too common. It's too common." It's like not even that common compared to other pets in game. I'm not a pet expert or anything. I'm just a normal man.
There are a lot of pets that are a lot more common.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the boss itself is easy, but I mean, so is quite a few others. I don't really get why people are complaining. I think they're just sort of attacking the whole. I have 65 totems in my bank, and I killed 65 Skatizos in 2.5 hours. Lol, it's a 2.5 hour pet. When he's completely sort of forgetting that you had to go out of your way and gather those totems for a week. So I've got no issue with it being as common as it is. Maybe bump it up to 100, but I don't know.
1 in 65 seems like an odd amount. Let's see, Bront says 65 totems takes 17 hours, and that it's the second fastest pet in the game.
I guess if you're farming for it.
That's interesting. Like if you're slaying, totems are 0
I
time.
refuse to believe that you can get 65 totems in 17 hours.
That's what Bron says. I don't know.
If they were balancing it around farming totems, though, then even if they made it 650, then it would still be 170 hours, which is less than a lot of pets. It's like they can't really make it absurd rates that people wouldn't even get it along the way to 200 mil Slayer just to cater to the possibility of farming.
I think that it's very fucking interesting that they came out and gave this Skatizo pet drop rate day 1, and it's been over 4 months since raids have been out, and we still don't know any of those drop rates.
Yeah, they usually don't do that. It's weird.
I don't want to know the rates drop rates
Why is that?
because it'll make the price go down.
True.
Or up? You never know.
Potentially.
You never know.
I feel like it'll go down. Also, I don't want to be like salty when my drop rate's just awful. Even though it's pretty good.
Alright, so let's take a look at the content poll that's currently out. What do you guys think about the Hunter Cape perk of unlimited teleports to the black and red chins? This thing is failing and likely won't pass, but what do you think about it?
Unlimited red chins isn't a big deal considering fell lip scrolls teleport you like to the exact same place. I think the issue that people have is the black chins just teleports you straight into deep wilderness. Again, it's pretty easy to get there anyway. It's no big deal. I just think these cape perks are just getting a bit out of hand anyway. So we'll find out in the next question.
Yes. So I don't mind unlimited red chins. I think the problem people had were black chins, since it's basically unlimited easy ragging, since you can just teleport right there. But I don't know if it would have been possible for them to do like limited, but maybe increase black chins, but then unlimited red chins or something. I don't know. Would have gotten way too complicated either way, though. Either way, I mean, I'm fine with either one. It's not hard to get there either way.
See, I never knew it had a cap on the red chins because I never went there more than 5 times in one day. But black chins don't need unlimited. They'll just make hunting black chins more annoying.
The whacker takes you pretty much straight there anyway.
Yeah, but that takes time. You could forget
So
your
does
axe.
so does getting 99 hunter.
Yeah,
Boy.
that's very true.
Yeah, kind of a pointless poll question here. I didn't know those scrolls existed, but yeah, I knew about the Waka canoe. Could easily just get there anyway. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
think
kind of
think
pointless.
of how easy it would be to rag people doing like. Imagine
None
you're
would
one.
go get
Imagine
99.
you're one of those stupid fucking people that the best thing or the most fun thing in your life is ragging hunters, and you have a pool of rejuvenation at your house. Pool of rejuvenation, get your spec back, go up, spec someone out, run out, teleport, back to your house, get the spec back up, go back. This would be a terrible. I don't think that 200 mil hunter through black chins. I don't think it would have been something really viable to do had that question passed, because the amount of ragging that would ensue. Red chins would have been without a doubt much better long term.
Yeah, pretty much agree. Just don't think it's necessary at all. I kind of doubt that many people were actually running into their limit, and even if they were, like for red chins, you can just use the scrolls anyways.
Mm-hmm. All right, so as we were talking about, Trickool was alluding to some skill K perks. This was something that I complained about many, many podcasts ago. Yeah, this would have been about a year ago or so. Should the smithing
thing ever.
question being pulled, should the smithing skill cape perk provide the effect of goldsmithing gauntlets in addition to its existing perk? Before we get into this, it used to be the goldsmithing gauntlet perk, and then they said, hey, let's increase the size of the coal bag instead. But we'll then allow you to use the ice gloves and blast furnace. So
They were like the same week updates.
it was the
weren't
same.
they?
It was on the same
Fucking
fucking poll.
contradict each
It was on
other.
the same fucking poll, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Shall we make blast furnace easier? Yes. Should we make blast furnace harder? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they were asking.
I just vote
Exactly.
yes
Nothing.
to every single thing.
And then I tweet Ash. I was like, dude, this shit is contradicting itself. No one's gonna fucking use this coal bag perk at 99. And he was like, yeah, that's probably something we should definitely get looked at. And that was a good 10 fucking months ago.
You don't say.
It was a long time ago.
200 mil smithing, and we're now in this position where they're realizing how stupid that was. So, what do you think about it?
So, with my playstyle, goldsmithing gauntlets would definitely be a far more useful perk than the toll bag, because I can't see myself ever using that perk, like, once. But, I mean, switching gauntlets isn't that hard either, so either way, I'm fine with it.
Oh, they've made it where you don't have to think at all.
Yeah, that's true.
smith.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's stupid that they changed it in the first place, and I'm glad that it's going back to what it was, because it was an actually useful, not overpowered perk, and it went to just a useless perk.
Right.
The issue I have with this is that bit on the end that you left off in addition to the existing perk. And that is, whenever anyone talks about fucking skill K perks, that is the line that is fucking in all of them. The agility cape perk has like 3 fucking perks now or something. Well, I will after there could be like a stamina potion, it'd be a graceful cape, it'll act as part of the full graceful set. It's I don't think you should be allowed goldsmith gauntlets, because you should suffer, because you voted this out in the first place. No takebacks. Dumb.
Most of the people that voted on it don't even have a smithing cape and will never use
Most
it.
of the people who
That's the problem.
voted on it probably don't even play anymore.
Didn't even think about it whatsoever. There's a huge amount of people that just vote yes to everything without thinking.
I don't even own a coal bag. I'm just gonna say that.
Because it's useless.
I don't.
Isn't a coal bag like 200 nuggets? That's like 13 hours of load.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm doing rune
Ridiculous.
anyways.
I burnt out getting the prospector set.
I'll make myself 1,000,000 skirts.
Tell them.
Yeah, it's nice and AFK.
Alright, so what do you guys think about double law? So right now being polar, double laws at 95 rune crafting, and double deaths at 99. What do you guys think about this? How do you think it'll fit into the skill?
Best update 2017. Was it somebody mentioned to me that it was NYJ that suggested this? So yeah, you're the best, bro.
I saw NYJ get a lot of likes on Twitter, but I had seen the suggestion prior. I think that his tweet started
Reddit?
up like a new wave, however, that led to the successful polling.
I think it's a good update. Gives people who runecraft for GP another option, since nature runes aren't that high, since you don't really see people just outing at the GE anymore. So it definitely gives people another option for runecrafting for profit.
I enjoy when people complain about money, so I'm voting no to this because I don't want you to make more money an hour from crafting.
I think it's sitting at 87%. I mean, every vote
Yeah.
counts. Every vote counts.
Every vote counts, sir. You know, just you watch. I got like 1,000 alts ready.
I think if all one, I think there's like 40k votes. I can't even imagine how many no's that would have to be coming in for it.
Yeah. Just you watch, dude.
Oh man. For me, I'm very excited for this. With the current prices of deaths, it'd be like 2.3 mil GP an hour rune crafting, which is pretty competitive with some PVMing stuff, whereas before it wasn't even close. Gonna be doing this shit on an alt. I retired from the shop over a month ago, but it'll be nice to have some retirement money. I think this is also a really good update because of the way that the game is kind of transitioned. You know, someone mentioned people aren't sitting around alking, but one thing, if you go into those catacombs, you will see so many fucking people bursting or barraging tasks. The game has got a extremely high demand for death runes, and you know, death runes at one point exceeded like 400 each. They're sitting at like 355 right now. There's not going to be a whole hell of a lot of people that are doing this. I mean, there's not an entirely... Yeah, I mean, you got 99 rune crafting as a rec, and then you also have to have Morning's End Part 2. It's I think it's extremely well balanced and a really good update.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much good all around. So I'm happy with it. Looking forward to it. Making Abyss great again is nice, and I'll probably be doing a little bit of it at least because I've been wanting to try my hand at some Abyss banking and all that. So can pay for some of my farming through rune crafting again. It should be a bit of fun.
The only issue I really had with this when it sort of came into frame was the chronological nitpick of, you know, why would you get double deaths before double laws? But they've sort of addressed that, and whilst no one is going to do double laws, I still like that they've not forgotten that, you know, that sort of chronological sort of thing for it. Chronology, I don't know what the word is.
Chronological.
And yeah, it's nice to actually have a sort of update to rune crafting. It's sort of the traditional way that you train the skill. None of this new fancy, you know, dense essence or anything. It is just rune crafting. Just you go into a different rift, and I really like that. That is probably one of the first intentional updates to traditional rune crafting.
Yeah, good point.
And that makes it a good update.
I forgot about the Abyss and how much I hate it. Yeah. That's also another reason to vote no.
I'm very excited. Double deaths coming soon.
It's
Something
been
that
it's been like 3 years since I did Abyss. It's gonna be such a trip, man. Looking forward to it.
I haven't rune crafted in such a long fucking time. Alright, something that's also being pulled is shift click to empty your pouches for rune crafting. This is this right here at Trickool. Here's one of those intentional updates to rune crafting. What do you think
this is
about
one of those. This is one of those updates to rune crafting, but you know, it's not. It doesn't change the way you do the skill, but it just increases XP an hour, like slightly. Like you know, left click edgefill instead of left click rub, and increasing click boxes on rifts and all that kind of jazz. It's easy enough to empty your pouches without this. Easier, in fact, if you just stick them in the bottom left corner. You just, you know, right click, drag down, empty, and then when you go to empty the next one, it's right there. So you can just left click and right click simultaneously. It's easy peasy. Just do that. But oh no, I can't do that anymore because I can't use AHK that I was relying on to empty my pouches. So
I don't know how to play with my mouse, sir.
yep, exactly that.
Yeah, so it doesn't really seem like an update that's really needed. For altars that have a delay between crafting, you can just place your pouches like Trit said, in a way that there is no drop down. And then for lavas, I'm pretty acoustic, so I feel like I would end up shift dropping my earth runes. So I feel like that would just be annoying for me. So yeah. And I feel like it'll just lead to a slippery slope where we just use shift drop. I remember seeing a GIF of someone like using Rune Loader where they shift clicked 14 to withdraw for wines, and then shift click make 14. So it was just like a bunch of less slips, and it just seemed. I mean, they didn't actually implement it for obvious reasons, but I can see something like that actually coming in the future.
Mm.
Yeah, I really don't want to see more shift-click crap. I just think it's a bad system, and they should scrap it and do something better if they're gonna have like hotkeys
Keys.
bound to things in game. The Jeb Room system or something. I just think shift-clicking is stupid, and like as soon as they want to have shift-clicking for right-click ops on something where there's actually more than one thing that you'd ever use on the right-click ops, what are they gonna do?
Are you going to be using this or what?
Nah, I probably would end up shift dropping my earths a lot, and I'm very used to mouse keys.
Has anyone here actually tried out shift click dropping at all?
Yeah.
That's a
I quite like
fucking
it.
mess. I'm
It's
absolutely
easy.
astonished that there wasn't more of an outcry about how ridiculous it is.
I never used AHK, but shift dropping is pretty nice. And until you shift drop your defender and raids and forget about it, and then you have to get another. That's pretty acoustic in itself. But to shift click my pouches, I don't really runecraft. If I do runecraft, I'm gonna do astrals.
I think you still use pouches when you do astrals, buddy.
Yeah, you do. I also do them at like 20k an hour.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Dude, you just click across the river, and sometimes you run to the wrong side because you forgot to click on the altar, and you're just behind lunars. Stuff happens. You know, you're just watching a show. Or you're just standing there and the little sequoia comes up and kills you.
Yeah.
I don't really think this is a needed update either. I don't know if when I do start doing double deaths on the alt, if this would even be something that I would use. Because one thing that I don't like. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. You first, I insist.
One thing that I don't like is if you're holding down shift and you hover over to a separate client, left click does not drop.
Yeah,
You'd
it's
have
really
to
annoying.
you'd have to first interact with the client so it knows that you're holding down shift.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
that's how applications work.
Tell them.
I don't like it.
It's just another one of those things that will slowly lead RuneScape into shift-click scape of, oh yeah, we've already got shift-click to drop and shift-click to empty pouches, so what would be the big deal with having shift-click to do this, or shift-click
Shift
to do
click
that?
log in.
My entire runecraft run is just shift clicking. I'm gonna fucking kill
How about if you just shift-click the altar, it just crafts all of the runes.
Yeah.
You don't have to empty your
There we go.
pouches. Be lovely. I mean, shift-click drop's already in the game,
I've
so
seen that
why
I've seen that suggestion get a lot of love.
not?
Don't joke
Adding
about it
fuel to
too
the
much.
fire.
Don't joke
Should
about it
click
too
the
much.
monsters to keep attacking them.
I found that ender of the Rune Loader. Left click. Post in the chat.
See ya.
Pretty
Pretty acoustic.
yeah, pretty
Pretty friggin'
acoustic.
acoustic.
All right, hold on. Let me redo it.
That's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
Just
Well.
fucking logged out.
All right. So, next question that's on the poll is, should the pieces of rogue equipment be awarded in a set order to prevent duplicate pieces? Other questions are, have you ever done a minigame before? And if you haven't, does this make you more likely to do it? For me, I'm pretty excited about this. I was going to, at some point in time, start doing some foot nights at an undetermined time. And this outfit was something I was really dreading getting. And I'm excited about it.
Well, I think that they should be awarded in a set order, but the problem is that like much of the rarity and the time taken to get these sets, like in the past Lumberjack and currently Rogue, is that you can get duplicates. So I think that they should rebalance the rates of them so that it's still a comparable amount of time to get it. It's just not so irritating. Like with Lumberjack, it takes fucking half an hour, and it's so stupid. It should take a lot longer than that to get Lumberjack. But I don't think they're going to do that.
Oh, yeah. I'm voting no. Just
Tell us
I don't
why.
like it. I don't like helping people out. like with the lumberjack, I never got it, and I got 200 wood cutting. Dude, you know how bad that stuff looks? My fucking dragon axe on doing the chop emote. Even though it doesn't work at 99, I still did it. Just because I wanted to. And now you're gonna go out of your way to get this rogue's outfit that looks atrocious, just so you can get a little bit extra money.
Atrocious.
It looks horrible. No.
I think it looks
I'm
good.
not getting out of bed to wear something that looks like that.
We need to do like an asshole memorial where we all just have the mask on for like a week.
Mask on.
Wizard G.
Fuck it. Mask off.
With a
I like
fire
this.
making cape.
Oh.
With a
Yeah.
Broodoo shield and arcane. Like you can mix or match.
Shut up.
Okay then. Yeah, I like this update mainly because I was gonna get it on my ultimate. So yeah, looking forward to this.
I thought it was pretty fast either way. Like, I just checked like 10 minutes ago and I had like 12 duplicates, but I still got it in under 40 minutes. So it's already fast, like even with duplicates. But I see the direction they're going in. Like, new skilling outfits, they're making it to where you get it like one at a time. So I see they're trying to like make it sort of uniform in that sense. But I don't see a point to making it even faster.
I have got the outfit. It took me about 2 hours to get the outfit in my one of my clues videos, Clues 2.0. There's about 2.5 hours of Rogue's Den in the middle there that I just chucked in for the sake of it. If you asked this like a year ago, everyone would have said, "Oh no, that's the part of getting skilling outfits is you don't know which piece you're going to get. You can get duplicates." But ever since they removed that from Lumberjack, added it so that you can buy Prospector in a set order, and you can't get duplicates while doing Fishing Trawler, I sort of understand why this update's getting this question's getting sort of a lot of traction to it. So, I mean, for consistency's sake, sure, but it's just one of those updates that's gonna reward bad play, which isn't cool.
All right, from one mini game to the next. Question about pest control. The question is, is it an activity bar being added in, and it is increasing. So pretty much you're going to have an activity bar, and you need to keep it above a certain level to get the pest control points. They are also then increasing the points from pest control by 1 point per task. What do you think about these changes to pest control?
It feels like something that should have been there since the start. Where, I mean, they tried to do it with that whole, 50 damage or you don't get any points, but that's like a DDS spec.
Yeah.
So just got the island DDS spec a monster and just sit in a corner for a bit, which is what I did to get mine a while ago. So yeah, I guess it's makes a lot more sense that you have to be actively contributing to get the full benefits of the Void Dharma set. Oh god, I was going to say something else. The increasing points by 1 per task is sort of like a good compromise for it. So you're gonna have to put in a bit more effort, but you get a bit more return. So it's I think it's good.
It's been a long time since I've done pest control, so I don't really remember it that well, and I don't know what kind of effects this will actually have, but I hope I never have to do that minigame again, because it's fucking terrible, and I can't imagine this will make it too much better, but if
Pest
it does...
control is actually an extremely well-developed minigame, I'll have you know.
How?
Much better than Trouble Brewing.
True. Well, Trouble Brewing has some fatal flaws, but it has a good underlying design. Pest
You see-
control is just basic, boring shit.
It's very well-developed. Pest
You'd hate
control,
doing pest control and you'd be stuck with like those tryhards who'd lure the brawlers to like the gate, and they'd get really angry when you killed it for the the little points that you got.
Yeah, pest
Like
control.
it's a game that requires so many players, and yet like when you have team sizes that large, it's very difficult for it to be coordinated at all. So you end up with like half bots, half people who have no idea what they're doing and are AFKing, and then like 5 people who are actually playing the game. And then it's just frustrating for the people who want to play, and everybody else isn't actually playing.
Well, I think that the changes that they're making are really good. The pest control, the void outfits that I've gotten it on on my main and 2 of my alts, and I think that every single one of them has been leached. DDS spec, and then I'm out.
Yeah, the first time I got Void, I actually tried. The second time after I lost my Void, I was just so done that I did the same thing.
It really loses its novelty after you realise, like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for hours and I've only got the top.
Yeah.
Like, why try when you don't even need to?
Yeah, that's the problem. So maybe the
Get the
activity
same-
timer will make it better.
Get the same amount of points for 50 points, whether you get like 1,000 points. You might as well just DDS spec once and go do something else.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. And the adding in 1 point per boat is why I think this is really good.
Yeah.
See, yeah, Paran, go.
I like the idea behind it, although at the same time it does sound a little bit annoying. Like fishing trawler, that activity bar was so annoying to look at when I was going for angler. But the idea behind it.
You can turn your jerky camera off. The first day I was fucking seasick. I was sitting on that thing for like 9 hours, just jiggling about.
I got my
that
angler
shit day one.
back to back to back to back.
I couldn't
It
imagine
was so easy,
getting it any
That's
other day
nice.
than day one.
dude. It was nice. I don't
Getting
even want to
angler was
use
a
the
horrific
fish.
experience.
I did it for like some task.
I think it took me like 4 hours for it, but yeah, pest control. I mean, I know currently some people just like get the required points they need for the like 50 hit points or whatever, and then they just fletch darts or something. So I mean, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. Like, I don't think it'll actually do anything. The points increase. Yeah, it seems good. Less time on that minigame, I guess. I still have to get Void Elite for diaries, so.
I only ever AFK'd pest control. I would I didn't hide in a corner. I just run in with auto retaliate on and just hope for the best. And when I did try it, dude, look, you know the splatters, like you blow up and kill people. I'd lure them right to the portal to kill DHers, and
I did that a couple times.
that was the funnest thing to do. Dude, they're like, everyone, please report Sleep. He's griefing. And I was like,
Sounds incredibly funny.
yeah. It was much better than shutting the door. Dude, that made pest control go by really fast, though. I don't have to go back.
Alright, a little bit more mini-game talk here. Archie has finally pushed the narrative enough to get his cheap halos and other stuff. The Castle Wars tickets are being required for the halo, the range armor, and mage armor is being decreased. What do you think about the cost being lowered? And even more so, what do you think about the even more outrageous original suggestion of increasing it to 5 tickets if you lose, 15 if you tie, and 20 fucking 5 if you win?
So, I don't personally ever see myself doing Castle Wars. I mean, from the sounds of it, it doesn't even sound like we're gonna get a comp tape anyways. But yeah, the original suggestion just seems outrageous. I would prefer the new suggestion of just lowering the prices. Partially because I feel bad for that one guy who had like 100,000 tickets. If that was a legit picture,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, then I would have felt bad for that guy because that's a lot of freaking Castle Wars.
Couple thousand hours.
The original sort of proposal was a bit ridiculous. I'm not going to pretend to be educated in the ways of castle warring. I don't really know if Castle Wars has got a thriving ecosystem, but it just destroyed like a couple hundred hours of playable content that you do to get the higher tier armor sets. And why would a game want to just get rid of that playable content for no like real reason other than, oh, it takes too long, and the people if you've got gold Castle Wars you have to have boosted it because it's impossible to do on your own. I don't like it. Should have just left it as it is because it's fine.
Yeah, I mean it's better than increasing the ticket rewards per game by a long shot. It's better. I still don't think it should have been changed at all, really, but I'm much happier with this than if they were to increase the tickets the way they were originally talking about.
I don't plan to get anything from Castle Wars. It's just a nice dead piece of content on the other side of the map that I don't even have to run by. I don't think about it, nor do I want to.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, basically, it's not. It's like it's pushed back far enough to where it's pretty hard to get to.
I think that the initial I honestly didn't even believe the initial suggestion when it was 5 for a loss, 15 for a tie, and 25 for a win. I thought that no, there's no way they're increasing it by like 8, like making it 8 times faster. And then when I saw like that's completely ridiculous. I don't do any Castle Wars, but that was just a stupid fucking suggestion initially.
Were people asking for it? Or did it just come out of nowhere?
As stated previously, Archie's narrative finally was pushed to the pole. I don't think that there's no reason for these rewards to have been pulled to be easier to obtain. You know, like, besides Archie, who is wanting the Halos at a cheaper cost? There's no fucking reason for this.
I think the reason they changed it to that is because a lot of people suggested that instead of the ticket increase.
Oh yeah,
Harmful.
this is what they did as an alternative to the 25 fucking points per win. But there's really no reason for this at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm personally a fan of really like cosmetics that just take like a really long time to get. I really like the tier 6 duelist cap on RS3. Big fan of that. But anyway, I think that if these halos like didn't give any sort of bonus, that people wouldn't care about this anyway. So yeah, pretty clear that just Archie and some peers were more interested in getting faster halos.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear some submitted topics we had. What piece of content would you most like to see in the game that currently is not?
So with content feeling like it's basically being cranked out faster than Dan is cranking out memes on Twitter, there's nothing that I would like to see, but an idea is that I would like to see the J mods being more interactive with the high level community. Like I didn't play around that time, but I remember I think it was John C that went into Hexis to talk about the Black Chin balancing. I'd like to see more things like that, like not actual updates specific, but like the idea that they interact more with the high level community. Because I mean,
Go on,
just
actually,
like with Maz, like not understanding passive SP, like I'm not necessarily like I'm not frustrated by it or anything. Like I don't expect them to know everything, but it just shows that the high level community should have a bigger input in future updates. Because I mean, they definitely played the game a lot more, so they definitely know things.
Just on a side note of that, of Randy, do you remember? Is it the Christmas 2014 or 2015 when Archie came into the CC and asked about good methods to get money and good XP at the same time for that 12 days of Christmas thing?
Yeah.
And we're all like pulling out these spreadsheets, spamming him with numbers for things and everything. And in the end, like, did he just end up blocking you or something on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if we. I think that's enough high-level community JMod interaction for the time being. We can take a hint.
I'd like my burners in my house to like stay lit. If I could dump 100,000 Marentals into each of these burners, so I could just like not have to light them ever again in my life, I'd do that. Cause I've done like a whole inventory. I'm like, why is the screen red? Oh, because they're not lit, dude. You gotta light these. I'm gonna have to do like 20k more bones because of how bad I'm doing this. And besides, well, on like PVM content, let's throw that in there. I want a better range cape. Cause my Avas it's just not cutting it. It looks too, dude. It looks really bad. I initially, like, just on a side note, I did the quest because I thought it was a backpack you could put stuff in back in like 2008 whenever I started playing, and I was sadly confused. I was like, yeah, but I want a better one. That's green. It has to be green.
I would want a steady flow of talismans coming into the game, so they're cheaper. I suggested a while ago a rune crafting minigame concepts. Didn't get much attention on Reddit, but Mod Ash said he liked it, so yeah, I have a link to it here. I'll post in the chat.
You mean like air talismans?
Well, just all talismans. Be nice.
I think DKs drops a ton.
They have they have airs and water and earth, I believe, but that's it.
Oh, do you want like death?
I was thinking more towards like body talismans because they're only dropped by guards, dark wizards, and something else that nobody kills. Well, actually, no, hill giants, but there's not many coming into the game, so yeah.
For like a collection?
Nah, rune crafting, free to play.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing comes to mind as far as like more content that I want in the game. Master Runecrafter robes would be kind of cool though if they came from like if they took a while to get. Wouldn't mind that. Stop wasting so much time changing my fashion scape.
I'm usually content with anything as long as it is sort of like old school original content. Sort of like a niche market that's not been tapped into. Probably like the only like desirable piece of content from RuneScape 3 is a method to train buyables without spending the money, but at like a pretty heavily reduced rate. So like a winter Todd for crafting, but it's only like 150k an hour instead of, I don't know, 450k an hour that you can get when you spend money. I think that would be something good to sort of help combat these prices. Looking at the cost of tunable all coming up to about 11 bill, I'm not fancying it. So definitely like something like that, a Jadinko-esque lair sort of thing for crafting, or another buyable. But yeah, as long as it's old school specific, like original at least, it's good. No more PDCs though. Fucking hate PDCs.
Why? Players are like a lot, like looking at the Inferno, like the minimap.
Yeah,
Runite
Runite Miner suggested Blast Mine, and you got Motherload Mine, and fucking Big Red Japan made agility into the AFK skill. Like, can you imagine, like, this time today, like, this time 3 years, I'm gonna go AFK and go do some dog whilst I do my homework. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I love agility.
I think some player design content would be good.
I don't.
Yeah, I really wish agility wasn't the AFK skill. Already shit.
If they, I know they said they wouldn't, but adding marks to dog and doing the Brimhaven effect if you don't fail, that would be good.
I would like that.
Dog is a lovely place.
Yeah, I want a reason to go there.
I want a reason to wear that fucking helmet. It looks awesome.
I wear it all the time while Runecraft.
I remember watching Jebrin's videos and he wore that for his last bit of max, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is that item? I want it.
It's like the coolest item in the game.
I would like to see a item come out that stops abyssal demons from teleporting around and stops teleporting us. That'd be cool. Alright, so to actually get on to a good question here. We've peaked at 70k players earlier in the year. With summer coming up here in the next month, how high do you think that number could possibly get?
So I was looking at the tracker on CML for players online, and from the looks of it, it doesn't spike too much from previous months. So I can see it like maintaining maybe 70k or maybe going to 75, possibly 80, but that'd be a bit of a reach. But I can definitely see it like maintaining 70k players for a bit.
Yeah, if there is like a new spike, it will definitely be whenever the next Deadman thing starts or ends or whatever. But I can see it like at least having similar numbers, maybe going like a few thousand higher or something.
I'm scared for Slayer and how packed it may become. But I think it could definitely go to like 80k.
When are they timing this Deadman thing? 'Cause if that's just as like break comes into effect, then it's gonna be a right shit show.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a home run for getting people to play. I don't know when this tournament is. Maybe July. I don't know. If it's in July, it'll be it'll get a lot of people.
Oh.
I have no idea. I think it'll maybe. I don't think it'll get much higher than what it is right now. The highest 70,000. So maybe 70, 75, perhaps.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll sort of just level out at around sort of 70-ish for the duration of the summer, which will be nice to see and everything. But at the same time, that's more opinions, and opinions different to mine are bad.
See, we could grow the game quite nicely if we just put some ads out there for hot local singles looking for your GP at the GE. Like, those numbers would double. I'm just saying that.
Alright, so to give away some OS Buddy Pro here, this is for the people that commented on the last video. I said that I would be giving away 2 years of OS Buddy Pro, 1 year to 2 different individuals. The 2 winners of the OS Buddy Pro giveaway are Sawyer No Life and Linus Blumgren. You guys got 2 weeks. Message me on YouTube, and I will be giving you 1 year of OS Buddy Pro. God bless. Congratulations. To qualify for this giveaway, it'll be a year of OS Buddy Pro.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
fucking on, dude.
I'll move on to Fantasy EHP. Let's talk about it a little bit. How's your guys' fantasy team performed so far, whether it be a team you own or are on?
So the team I'm on currently is 2-1. I've been carried so far and will continue to be carried until the week after June 14th, since that's my last final. And after that, I think we're going against Team Froggen. So expect big things. Coming out strong.
I've been on part of the community-run meme team. It's been pretty fun. Trying my best. It's kind of strange because last time that Fantasy rolled around, well, first time Fantasy rolled around there, I took it really seriously. But now I sort of don't care.
To interrupt, I can't believe how seriously it's being taken right now.
It's awesome. People putting up like over 100 hours consistently.
Dude,
Fucking everybody ahead of me is doing like 80 weeks. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
like
Hell.
my fantasy team, just like 7 guys just averaged 88, and we went up against a 7-man team that averaged like 86.
Yeah.
Like, there was over 1,200 EHP between 14 guys in this matchup.
A shout out to week 2 Fancy HP, like 86 of us gained a little over 6,000 hours or something.
Was this week even more than last?
Oh, I can't really remember. Let me have a look. What were we on week 4? So week 3, cumulative gain of 5,881 between 84 people.
What is that, like a 70-hour average?
70 on the dot, pretty much.
Oh,
Hour
yeah.
average. It's fucking ridiculous.
Alright, Pawz, tell us about your team.
I don't know about the other team managers, but I have like not been coordinating with my team whatsoever. They're just like pulling 90 weeks out of nowhere. So yeah, it's real nice. Came first overall week 2. That was pretty good, and hopefully I can take the win against Team Vires this week.
Have you benched the Titan yet?
Your
Nah.
matchup against Vires, I think, the game of the week.
Yep.
So, I tried so far for 1 week with the fantasy thing because I just wanted to see what I would do. And I picked fire making, and I knew full well my team was gonna lose. It's a nice meme team, but I did it anyways, and put up like 103 hours in the fire making, and it was quite fun. Until my friends, Paran, not Paran, but he was just there in the voice. They all came to flower me a few times.
Doesn't really sound like a friendly thing to do.
I mean, It was fun, and then the whole G was covered in flowers. And then they
Shouldn't be
started cooking on my
disqualified.
fires and calling me a bot and buying rings of fucking stone and stuff, and then standing in my path.
Beautiful.
It was pretty
Miami
acoustic.
tomato.
Yeah. They told me I should fire make with ranch.
Alright, so I manage a team, and my team is doing very well. We currently have the third most points scored in the league, and 2-1. Love my team. Got a great locker room of guys. Great communication between them all. We are definitely championship caliber. And I expect to win every other game the rest of the season. So, all right. Next, we got, what are your opinions on the DDoSing and server disconnection issues now that some information has come to light that Jagex actually ended up spending millions of dollars trying to counteract that? Someone pointed out that on podcast 7 or 8, I said that like if everyone paid an extra $1 a month for membership, Jagex would have like $100K a month to use to improve the servers. And I said that would be more than enough. But
We said that on we said that on the first podcast when we were talking about bombs as well.
So, what do you think? What do you think about them actually having to have spent millions on the servers?
It's the dude who did it was like 20 years old or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's in jail.
Yeah, got like 5 years in jail since then. Yeah. I've not had any problem with it since February. I pretty much just logged out for a week and didn't bother playing RuneScape because I logged in, DC'd, and then logged in, DC'd, and just wasn't really worth contending with it. But that is astonishing commitment for a company like Jagex. Like, maybe £1, but 1 million or millions of pounds? It's fucking crazy. But, yeah, good stuff. I was going to cancel my membership, but now I'm not going to.
What membership?
Same.
Yeah. So, I remember seeing something. I personally don't know anything about it, but I remember seeing something about it being like extremely expensive and hard to prevent DDoSing. Like it's practically impossible. And the person who's actually doing the DDoSing, the amount of resources they need is so like minuscule compared to what the person trying to prevent it needs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't experienced any actual problems since I don't remember when it was, but whenever Osbuddy came out with Highway or whatever it was to try to counteract it, because it was just really bad. I had problems even loading the client.
Yeah, mine wouldn't load in February either. Something like 8% for 4 days.
Yeah,
DDoSed in the loading screen. Or DC'd, I mean.
That's happened a handful of times at least.
Yeah, I wonder like what they actually do, like, what they're spending the money on specifically. But I'm glad that they're doing so much and spending so much, and hopefully I guess this is some concrete result. Somebody getting arrested for it. But yeah, I mean, I don't think DDoSing is really going to be just solved. It's just a flaw with how the internet works. So I don't know. It's going to continue to be an issue everywhere, not just in RS.
Millions of dollars. I mean, it's not always about working hard. Sometimes it's a little bit about thinking smart.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I don't lose my items on death.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's what really annoyed me. Some dude would log in, the world would go offline, and then he'd be gone.
I should have lost
Like at DKs, you know.
like 4 bill in gear.
Yeah.
If I'd lost my stuff when I was playing.
I died to smoke devils quite a bit.
I died to like
just
every
get
task
smited.
that I did.
Yeah. I was trying to do
At least
bandos as a
once.
little noob.
Yeah.
Even though the worlds were DCing, I still went to DKs because I could.
Because why not?
It wasn't smart. I never actually died to DKs. I like logged in with 1 HP and just ate. It was really lucky. But I got a friend who bought 30 barrels gloves and used them all in 1 month. That's how much he died. Dude, he's a true champion. But
Don't you keep them on death unless you're like?
no, this is a long time ago.
Okay.
It wasn't even from the DDoSing. He just died that much. Dude, I'd be like, dude, you have to pray mage, and he'd be like, you can't tell me what to do, and he'd just keep praying range, and fucking die to prime.
Beautiful.
Good times, dude. It's pretty acoustic.
Alright, so Kieran stated that he'd like to keep the Fire Max Cape in game even after the Inferno is released. This contradicts poll number 37 that says only top tier capes will be attached to the Max Cape, with the Inferno Cape being much better than the Fire Cape. What do you think about this contradiction? What are your thoughts? Trickool?
Well, there's enough max people in game now for them to make enough of an uproar about something like this. So I guess it's to be expected, but you know, just grow a pair of balls and say, hey, we said you weren't going to get this, and you're not going to get this, rather than, oh, okay, you can have it. I don't think it really needs. Yeah, people don't really. Well, okay. The argument for it is that you've spent all this time making a really cool, not as good as the McDonald's cape, my personal opinion, really cool looking fire cape, but now you're just going to get rid of it for some reason. So I definitely understand that side of the argument, but you know, it'd be like saying, I don't know what a tier 2 cape would be like. Can we have a prayer cape in a max cape or something?
Yeah, so
You could have thought of something better than that. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, like a god cloak, not a prayer cape.
yeah, I mean, I don't play enough to mats, so I don't have a mats tape. But I mean, the fact that something contradicts, I'm not really surprised. It's not really the first time we've seen it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't see a big problem with just wearing a mats cape if you don't have an infernal cape. Like, you don't need to have a fire mats cape. It's just purely cosmetic. Like, it doesn't have any actual perks from the mats cape. But yeah, I mean, I would have preferred if it was just quote unquote top tier capes.
Yeah, I really like the Max Fire Cape, even though it's just cosmetic. And I would have really liked cosmetic Infernal Cape if I ever get that thing. I think more so than anything, they probably just forgot that this was something that they said that they would do. I think their forgetfulness gets the better of them from time to time.
I like the old Fire Max cape, but I don't like the new one. So I just use a normal fire cape now. And also the Avas, I don't like its grayness. It needs to be green. But a black Inferno cape. I don't know how good that's gonna look, but I do want it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it'd be pretty easy for them to just take the texture from the Inferno cape and put it onto the Fire Max cape, and then get rid of the Fire Max cape. And they'd still have the cool design and everything, and it wouldn't be awkward. Like, I think that once Inferno comes out, they should just revert the Fire Max capes into the game into just a Max cape and a Fire cape separately, and delete the item completely.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Definitely makes
show-
sense.
Did they show that on the stream? The new Max cape with the new fire cape? Or yeah.
I don't follow that stuff.
I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
I think so.
Really? What did it look like?
Could have sworn they did.
Hang on.
It looked
Keep
like it had
talking.
slashes through it.
Yeah, try to
It
find
was
that.
just the Inferno Cape animation copied and pasted onto the Max Cape thingy though. Max Cape sort of shape. I think Mod Rye tweeted about it. Yeah, I think it looks alright. It's in
Got the
the Twitch chat, and I'll put it in this
Alright, let's see.
in voice.
Alright.
Can't really like see the lines and the details of the Max Cape, but
You can just see the shape of it.
yeah.
It's okay. It's pretty. I like that it's pretty similar to the Fire Cape, though. I don't know. I think it looks good.
I like the maxed version a lot more than the standard one,
Yeah.
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 and I don't really like maxed things.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the Infernal Cape, to be honest.
What would you?
Just don't think it looks that good.
What would you like to see from it a little bit?
I don't know. I would have liked something quite different from the Fire Cape. Totally different style.
It needs a pink glow.
Shoulder pads.
Yeah.
With the single.
Retextured Legends Cape.
With a please watch out sign.
Yeah, I really like the original Kiln Cape. I wouldn't want it to be like the exact same thing in old school, but I think that was a cool looking cape.
I prefer no cape to fucking just coughing back up stuff that we've already seen.
Yeah. But it would have been cool if they tried to like use some different fancy thing, like the
Yeah, it's
novelty
literally
of the Fire Cape.
Like the orangey clumps on a normal fire cape just been replaced with darker clumps.
Yeah, yeah.
And the darker clumps make it look bad because like they stand out a lot more, which is good, but you can just see that the animation is a loop. I always sort of the Max Cape just looks so random in it, like it's proper lava flowing, not just a treadmill of lava, like the Inferno Cape looks like.
Yeah. And I feel like what made the Fire Cape cool is that it was like the first item with animation on it. And I feel like they could have tried to take advantage of some other thing and have like the
particle
Inferno Cape be the-
effects.
Yeah, like the
Like-
first item to have some other effect on it.
Yeah, it could have like steam
Glow.
coming off the bottom of it or something.
Yeah.
Or at least like lava dripping off it as well.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Alright, so just final question we got. What has everyone been up to during the podcast, and what are your guys' goals in game right now?
I've been rune crafting. Going for 200 mil. Slowly.
What's that XP at?
80 mil right now. Probably gonna get past by links pretty soon. If not already, I haven't even checked.
I'm still in the midst of this existential crisis that follows after finishing any big skill. Either Blast Mine
Finish,
for
he
2,500
says.
hours,
Quote unquote.
either Blast Mine for 2,500 hours, or Fortic Quarry. I really haven't decided. It's
4-tick.
4G. It's really
Okay.
uncomfortable position to be in, though. I don't like it.
Are you gonna have to be like tinderboxing or something? I was like, good lord.
Jesus.
So you're not
Mining
gonna-
biblical.
You got like a good 400 hours of agility left.
I want to alch my rune that I got from Slayer on the Ardy roofs and get a 2-week ban for it.
Oh.
Well,
As long as it's not at Teaks.
alright, for me, I did half the podcast I was doing Slayer, and then I got assigned Smoke Devils, and
You're worse than Reddit beating this fucking meme into the ground.
I actually did get Smoke Devils, no joke.
Yes, I don't doubt that part.
Um,
Not the part that's going to come after.
so I'm now doing agility just to pass the time. I'll hit up them Smoke Devils afterwards. But yeah, goal is 200 mil Slayer. It's going to take probably a year and a half, if not more. Like if I can get it by the end of 2018, that'd be fucking cool. At 30 mil XP right now.
I've been doing prayer and just watching all the people type ranch into stream. Dude, it's a plague.
It's a plague.
It's a plague.
Yeah, it's a plague. It's the ranch. Hey, Sleep, shout us out, please.
Basically, I've just been chilling in the phone zone. It's basically like all I do while it's school now. Short-term goals, probably top 250 for those twin tails. And long-term, 200 mil agility and fishing, and I'd like to take the week record for agility.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be quite difficult.
Good play for fancy HP.
Skip.
Yeah, it's only 151 hours on Artie.
What the fuck does this guy mean? I'm not in my house.
Should be doable. All right.
I've been fishing, snow fishing for the past, I want to say 7 months now. I got about a month and a half left till 200 mil, and
You're gonna
my
get
next
200
goal
mil, or
is
you're gonna
be-
stop.
Yeah, I'll get 200 mil. Trust me. I won't stop at like 193 or whatever these people are doing.
Is Azad still going?
Huh?
Is Azad
Aziz?
still
Yeah.
going or not?
The last time I looked, he stopped at like 190, and he hadn't gained any XP in like 3 days, but
Man.
he might be now. Yeah.
Interesting. And so I'm pulling up my schedule now, trying to see when the next podcast could potentially be. It should be about 2 weeks from now. Fuck. All right. So we're on May 8th right now. May 22. What are we looking at? Oh, fuck me. That's. I would probably look for the next Hexis podcast to be about 18 days from now or so. Look for it to be somewhere between. Shit, we've got a fucking comp going on then. I don't know. It'll be in 2 to 3 weeks. Follow me on Twitter at RandalicioursRS for updates on that. Follow the Hexis account at Hexis. And keep up to date with what's going on. That's it for 56. See y'all next time for 57.
Bye.
Bye.
Go.
Go.